It's a flight deck after all. It's a flight deck after all. It's a flight deck after all. Pain means fun. Good day everyone, and welcome to Adventures with Parker. Today we are here at Canada's Wonderland for Seasons Pass Preview Day. Now of course I was here at the park maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago to check out the construction for AlpenFury, but all the rides were closed for that visit. So this is the first time that I get to return this year and get on all of the coasters. Well, not all of them actually, because I think they're still working on AlpenFury. That project is supposed to be wrapped up. Well, I think vertical construction is supposed to be finishing soon, but the coaster won't be open until late spring, so we're probably looking at sometime in June for that. And I think they're still doing some work on Minebuster. I'm not sure, we'll have to get over there and see how that project is going. But in any case, I'm really excited just to be back in the park, to get on all of my favorite rides again, and to see what else is new around the park. You know, see some of the new merch, some of the new food, just any other secrets that the park might have been working on. So yeah, without any further ado, let the Wonderland adventures begin. Look at all those Thoosies. I wonder if they know I'm here. Okay, so stop being a creep and actually go say hi. Okay, so right now we are going to check out some of the progress that's been happening on AlpenFury. I took some shots outside the parking lot before I came in too, so I'll sprinkle that in there. But yeah, most of the vertical construction is finished. I think they're just finishing off the top hat now. And like I said, that should be wrapped up in a few weeks, and the ride should be open by, at the latest, the end of June. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this is my first view of the top hat. All of this was not done the last time I was here. This element is gonna be so cool.
Look alive, 'cause while I was waiting for you, paradise is on the other side of the road. We don't know, taking a long way. You and I were born to roll.
Lazy Bear Lodge has introduced a brand new vegan item this year, and that is the Veggie Balls. They have a bit of a squishy texture, but if that doesn't bother you, they are really good, and I actually quite enjoyed them, and I think they're the kind of thing that I would get again. The only issue is that it seemed like the staff were a bit confused about how to treat them. The menu listed them as an entree, but then when I asked for them, they said that it was a side and asked me to pick something different. So I ended up going with the chicken tenders, which was fine because for those of you who don't know, I am not vegan or vegetarian myself. So I don't know what they do if you could only have that vegan item. But yeah, at that point, I assumed that the chicken tenders were my entree and that the veggie balls were my side. But then further down the line, they asked me to pick a different side as well. So I don't know what's going on. I think there might have been some miscommunication somewhere, but I got some extra food, so I'm not complaining. And again, I think they're really good, and I'm glad that I tried it. All right, so dinner was great. I still haven't been on any rides yet today, but that's okay. I usually like to take these kind of days slow, and you know, it's more about hanging out with people and just being in the park. So, you know, I don't really have any set agenda for today. However, I do need to go back to the front because I forgot to get my fast lane wristband when I came in. Mind you, I think all of the lines are mostly walk-ons anyways, but just in case there is one that gets backed up, I want to make sure I have it and don't need to come back here later. Right, so my first ride of the season was Yukon Striker, which I feel like has been a running tradition of mine for the past few years, but it is my favorite ride in the park, at least until AlpenFury opens, and it is running so good this year. That was a really solid ride, and I think one of my favorite parts of it was just being able to look out and see all of the construction going on for AlpenFury. I ended up sitting in the back row, so you know, when you're perched at the top about to drop down, I had a good 3 seconds just to stare at the top hat, and you know, just you could see the entire ride layout from up there, which is really cool. So yeah, I was just really impressed with that view, really impressed with the ride, and what a way to kick off the season. Okay, yeah, so it does look like Minebuster is closed today and isn't quite ready for the season. But for those of you who haven't been paying attention to what's been going on with this ride, when Minebuster does reopen, it's going to be like the park's second new attraction for the year, because Gravity Group, one of the big wooden coaster manufacturers, has come in and done a lot of work retracking the thing. And they've even added back an airtime hill that has been long gone from the ride. They got rid of it when they did the Splashworks expansions, but it's back. And so seriously, like, this ride is going to be like a whole new experience. It's gotten this reputation for being super rough over the years, but I think this is going to be such a big improvement, and will finally give us a good wooden roller coaster here in Canada. Now, for all of the great things that we're getting this season here at the park, there is one very unfortunate change, and that is the closure and removal of Time Warp. This was announced maybe a month ago. Like, it definitely wasn't something that we knew at the end of the season, although we were speculating it. Like, I mean, the ride ended up being closed for October, at least during haunts. I'm actually not sure if it was open in the daytime, but it was kind of a sign that it was going away. And I mean, I'm not entirely sad about it. This ride was so janky, and the way that you had to stand in the ladder to ride it, just the position that you were in, the rungs always dug into my shin, so it was always super painful. So honestly, good riddance. But I know there are some people who will be sad to see it go. But no matter how you feel about it, this is a sign that something new should be coming soon. We do know that the park will be opening some kind of record-breaking water attraction next year, so I think it's going to go here. And I think they might even reuse the name Zoompa Flume, which was the name of an old log flume that we used to have back in the day, kind of where Extreme Skyflyer and Flight Deck is now. So given the trend that a lot of parks are bringing back those throwback names for old rides, I think Zoompa Flume might be making its return. Parker's joining us.
Flight deck!
Parker finally joined us. He found us.
I did.
I'm Friday 2025.
All right.
Behemoth is not open, so I'm making him run flight deck.
Steelers first round.
Yeah, it was my suggestion.
Why am I
This guy's hiding the shirt for time. Yeah. I really think anybody's gonna do it. Yeah. I have to get all the time warp. I'm gonna get every single time warp shirt in that prediction today.
I believe you will.
I got my credit card ready.
Exclusive time warp shirt dealer right here. Well, since we lost one of the great PMF coasters, we have to honor the remaining one by doing the PMF method.
We still have the best one available.
We do,
So that's
yeah.
what
Next one,
matters.
Snoopy's Racing Railway.
He just lost his next door neighbor. They were best friends. What? It was sad.
They were so tight.
Yes.
And now Flight Deck is all alone.
Lives together.
I got to join Flight Deck in its current form, especially the rumors that I might get an upgrade next year.
Okay, we just came off of what might have been my best ride ever on Flight Deck. It was actually shush. It was actually relatively smooth. It was super fun, and mind you, we've had years of experience. We know how to
That's
ride
actually
it.
the one thing about Flight Deck that a lot of people don't know about. Flight Deck runs smoother in colder weather. I've
It
noticed.
does, yeah.
I
Well,
noticed
it's gonna
it in
go
October.
slower. It's not
I
bad.
noticed it during Haunt too, during October and colder weather, and it's running so good right now. Like every ride right now is running good, and I don't get it. Like some of the rides that should not be riding as good is actually running good today. So
Right.
it's that Passholder fever.
Amanda loved it.
No, I didn't. I felt
Yes,
like
you
I was
did.
on
It's
the
your favorite
operating table.
ride.
No, it isn't. I choose. It's a small world after all over this piece of shit.
It's a Flight Deck
No!
after all.
No!
It's a Flight Deck after
I
all.
mean, I know.
It's a Flight
No!
Deck after all. Paid means fun.
No, not with that again.
So, Behemoth has been down for most of the day. It's been down pretty much the entire time that I've been here, but we did see movement. It is testing, so we're gonna head over, hang around for a bit, and hopefully it'll open for us so we can ride it. We did get our ride on Behemoth, and it was trimless. Woo!
Yeah.
So awesome.
Oh my god, it was running so good. Still the best ride in the park until maybe
After Yukon Striker.
Leviathan group. Yeah, we're the Leviathan. We're on the Leviathan. Soon to be AlpenFury. Soon to be AlpenFury. That week, second half. Leviathan. Also, can I share a special message to you Leafs fans? Leafs and Fyre!
Alright, so one thing about Season Pass Holder Day is that the weather is never perfect, and today it is a bit chilly, so I had to run back to the car to grab my coat. But before I meet up with everyone again and do some more rides, I thought I would head over to the sweet shop and grab myself a little snack, because it's what I need right now. So, the sweet shop didn't have their usual assortment of cupcakes and pastries out yet, so I decided to go to Swiss Dips to get an ice cream cone, which appears to be melting on me. But it was weird because they didn't have their menus out, and it looked like someone had to run to the back to get the ice cream, then they did the dipping in the front, so they're clearly not totally set up yet. But in any case, I got my treat. Well, here's something new that I didn't know was happening. The King's Feast is now a fully enclosed building. Previously, it was just like a walk-up counter, and they still have the seating area to the right over here, like the little pavilion. But yeah, this was just, like I said, an open counter before. It didn't have this interior section, so that's kind of neat. And I mean, this is a really smart thing for the parks to do too, especially because we need more indoor locations during Winterfest and during the tail ends of the season. So yeah, I think this is a good move on Wonderland's part. So this is cool, and I noticed this at Behemoth as well, but I think this is a little kiosk where you can get a single-use fast lane. Pretty handy, because obviously these rides got crazy long lines, and if you're not getting the full wristband, then, you know, it might help to get just a one-shot pass. Also love that it shows the wait time for fast lane as well. That's actually very handy. So when we were here for the AlpenFury construction tour, we did notice that they were doing some work on Spinovator. And I honestly can't really tell you what's been done. Actually, did they give it a paint job? I can't tell. Maybe the colors are a bit different. In any case, something's going on with Spinovator. So it looks like the walkway connection here between this side of the mountain and the rest of International Festival is closed. But we can still get a little peek into the construction area and see what's going on. Actually, I might go around to the other side and see what I can see from over there. Of course, with the construction of AlpenFury, they had to take down one of the old drink stands, but they rebuilt it right here. So thankfully we're not losing a drink refill station in the area, which is something I was worried about. So I'm glad to see that's not an issue.
I kind of made it.
Can't believe Throw Warrior isn't doing the Throw Warrior method. This is blasphemy. What's going on? I feel betrayed. I am so cold, and I'm grateful that it's not raining, but the wind and the chill has not been kind to us today. Oh, that said, it's been a really good day overall. And I mean, these Seasons Pass preview days, they're not perfect. There's a ton of rides that are down. There's a lot of food places that aren't open. Operations aren't the best, but you really got to treat these days as kind of like a dress rehearsal for the season. So, you know, if you go in expecting things to be not 100% perfect, you're gonna be fine. Because I mean, I got on all the rides that I wanted to do. I got to hang out with all the people I wanted to hang out with. And I feel like that's what today is all about. Coming back to the park, seeing friends that you missed during the off season, and just going with the flow and having a good time. And that's what we did. And I am leaving cold, but happy. That said, I'm really looking forward to future visits when we can finally get on AlpenFury and Minebuster and a few of the other rides that were closed today, like we couldn't do Winter Mountains Guardian, Spinovator, Sledgehammer, Skyhawk, and a few others. But I'm optimistic about this season. Anyways, I am now heading over to Backlash Stunt Coaster and Behemoth for my last 2 rides of the night. I'm going to be meeting back up with a bunch of my coaster friends here. And that'll be it for Seasons Pass Preview Day. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more fun adventures from theme parks, attractions, and beyond, you might want to consider becoming a subscriber. You can also find me on social media. I'm at Parker on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and at Adventures with Parker on TikTok and Facebook. So find me on those platforms if you want to stay connected with me off the channel. And of course, big shout out to my Patreon subscribers. Javan, Chris, and Dominic are going above and beyond in supporting this channel. So if you'd like to become a Patreon member and learn more about how you can support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/ADDParker to learn more. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, I feel like I'm losing energy here. I'm kind of glad that the day is over, as good of a day as it was. But thanks for joining me. And until next time, the adventures are calling. See ya. But yeah, most of the vertical... Oh my god. Well, since we lost... Sorry, I'm not recording. Look at those pickles. Wonderland's got their pickle on full display.